Lovelies, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Bola. Thank you so much for joining. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back again. I appreciate you. On this channel, I share information about migration opportunities, living in the UK, life in the UK, and everything else you can think of that is related to immigration. Today, guys, I've come to address this question I've been getting. People have been asking me questions and they've been wondering, how are you doing it? How are you coping? And when people start seeing your social media that you're living your life regardless of the things you are going through, they're like, they feel you've got it all. Yeah, I don't have it all figured out. That's the truth. But I just want to answer that question because I don't want to be answering one by one. And I'm like, let me just do a video to answer you. And from, as you can see from the topic of this video, is just how we survive as a family of 4 on just one income. Okay. So if you don't know, I'm a nurse and I work in UK. I'm a registered nurse. I work with the NHS in UK, and luckily for me, I got pregnant just within my first year of arriving in the UK. And the implication of that is, if you had your baby before you clocked, for my trust, the policy is that if you had your baby a year before you clocked, if you had your baby before you clocked 1 year 3 months with the trust, you're not going to be getting paid. The only money you'll be getting is the statutory maternity pay, which is like the maternity allowance, which is like, it's ridiculous. If you want me to film a video about my pay slip, how much I got paid through my months of maternity leave, let me know. I'll film that video, and tell you about how I went through the process of application and all of that. But the salary is less than £1,000, and I live in the south. I live 1 hour away from London. I live in Basingstoke, that is in Hampshire, somewhere not too far from Southampton, Winchester, and all of that. So the house rent here is expensive. That's the point of all this my my description. The house rent is expensive, and people have been asking me, how are you coping? What's it like? How has it been? A family of 4, you have 2 children, and they're going to feed you, you clothe them. And the way UK works, we have different seasons, different times of the year, and for each season of the year, you have different clothes you are going to be wearing, because that's the truth. People don't like to hear. They'll be like, oh, you're being extravagant. But I'm not being extravagant. It's the truth. You can't expect me to wear the same clothes in summer for winter. It's not possible. It's cold that will kill somebody. I can't expect me to wear the same outfits in winter for summer. I'm not about to eat myself up from within. So you are going to dress for the season. You are going to need a lot of things. The cost of living is rising. Things are changing, and life is just, getting beautiful in a manner of speaking. So yeah, how have we been coping? What have we been doing? How have we been managing? How am I still able to slay all the fine pictures you see on Instagram? Yeah, if that's something that you really, really want to know more about, keep watching this video. Don't go anywhere. The first thing that I think we did, myself and my husband, when we realized that we were pregnant, was we talked about it. Okay, it's not like we planned to get pregnant, although I've always wanted to have my babies within close range. I don't want to have them very, very, very far apart. But regardless, it's not like I wanted to get pregnant when I got pregnant. It happened. If you're married and you're doing the do and you're not using any form of contraceptive, sometimes life happens, things change, rubber burst, and it just happens. So yeah, it happened, and we discovered that we were pregnant. So yeah, and I told him, what are we gonna do? And he was like, okay, let's sit down and do the calculation. So we did the calculation, and we were like, okay, let's talk about it. How much are you probably going to be earning every month? That's for me, for my statutory maternity pay. So it was around £600 after I calculated it, that I'll be earning £600 per month. And that is not even enough to pay our house rent. So my husband was like, okay, how much is he earning? He did the calculation of his own salary, and we put the two together, and we were like, okay, what do we do? So the first thing we did was we decided on where we were living before was not spacious at all. It was like a 1.5 bedroom apartment. So what that means is that there's one main bedroom, but the second bedroom will not even fit a double bed and still have any space left. So we cannot have somebody who is coming to help us out with childcare. The person will be almost uncomfortable because the second room, once you fit a double bed, there's no space for wardrobe, no space for anything else. It's already filled up. So we're like, we have to change accommodation, which will lead me to my next point. So while you're talking about it, factor in all the cost of things you need to do. So let's say you are a new couple who's just had a child and you were living in a studio apartment or you were in a shared apartment. You want to change accommodation. You want to get maybe a 1 bedroom, or you want to get a 2 bedroom, depending on where you live and what you can afford. So find out about the price range of the things around your area so that you can use it to cut cost. So luckily for us, we were able to get a 2 bedroom house, not an apartment. The apartment we were before, we were paying about £900. So we now got a 2 bedroom house, which means that we had a garden, we had a driveway, we have a sitting room, a kitchen, a diner, 2 large bedrooms. The main bedroom is even bigger. So we have another bedroom, which is where I'm filming this video. And right in front of me, there is a space for wardrobe. There is the shoe rack. There's another shoe rack beside me. There is my baby's wardrobe. So you can imagine how big it is. So yeah, we got that for £950 and we're like £50. It's not so bad. It's just £50 difference. Where we are coming from is very, very tiny, very, very small, and we are paying 900. If you're able to get this place for 950, it's not so bad. And since we were mobile, we didn't care about the fact that it was far from the city center. And just in my area, there are stores where you can get things for cheap. There's Lidl close to me, there's Aldi close to me, there's Asda close to me. So yeah, we're like, okay, this is not a bad area. So we decided to change accommodation. So you might want to do that. You might want to consider that. That was what we did. So immediately we got this accommodation. It was before I had my baby. Okay, so we got an accommodation that was more befitting for us. So immediately we got the accommodation, we were able to sit down and do our calculation more properly. So we told ourselves, how much are you going to be earning? How much am I earning? So we did our calculation. House rent deducted, council tax deducted, food, how much for food deducted, electricity bills deducted. So we deducted all the major constant direct debits that we used to have on our accounts. We deducted it and sorted it out. How much do we have left? We wanted to save. Oh, we wish to save. In a manner of speaking, we wish to save. How much can we save out of the money we have left? There's no opportunity to save. And actually, some people who are finance guru will say that is a lie. You can still save if you want to, which is true. If we wanted to, we can still save, but you have to define your priorities and find out what exactly do I want, if you get what I mean. So if you tell yourself, what do I want? This phase that I am in right now in my life is my phase, is my life, is my journey. So if I can't save now, I can always save in the future. However, my 1 year of maternity leave is almost coming to an end. So I can go back to work, pick on extra shifts, work agency, do the job, gather things, and, get the money I lost back. In the manner of speaking, my own way of saying it, if you get what I mean. So you just have to tell yourself the truth, the fact, and the reality. What is our circumstance? You have to understand your circumstance and not compare yourself to anybody else. And for me, it was so peculiar that before I had my baby, I had just arrived in the UK. I didn't bring clothes from Nigeria to the UK, And when I came in, I was pregnant for the most part of it. So I didn't have a lot of clothes. And I told my husband, babe, after I drop my baby, I want to buy clothes, I want to buy shoes, I want to buy a bag. And people will be like, priorities are different. Yeah, that was my priority. Okay, I was going to be on maternity leave. I was going to be mostly at home. I'll be going out, I'll be going to church. It's not like I'm going to be at work 24/7. So I needed to, give myself a wardrobe of uplift. That was what I wanted. So depending on you, what do you want? Do you want to buy a house? Can you really, really save to buy a house at that point? Is it possible? So you have to really tell yourself the truth and ask yourself questions and be factual with yourself. What can you achieve with what you have? If you get what I mean, okay? So have that discussion, talk about it, and, have your mind made up. So you have to, ask yourself questions, sit down, tell yourself the truth, and settle with it. Another thing you can do is you can try to cut your cost. How do I mean? If you've actually planned your pregnancy, one thing I'm going to say is that if it's possible for you to change location, please change location. So let's say that you are able to move to a place where cost of living is very, very affordable, house rent is cheap, the things around transportation is cheap. I know that there are some areas in the UK where they don't pay for transportation. I've had that. I've not witnessed it myself, but I've had that. If you can move to areas like that, please move there. Move there just before it's time for your maternity leave, because for some trust, I know that for some companies, if you're on maternity leave, you have to you cannot resign from your maternity leave. Okay, you have to resume for some months before you go for maternity leave. So find out what is applicable. If you want to change location, all good and fine. If that is the way you can cope and bear with the situation, why not do it? Another thing about the change of accommodation for us was that the apartment we were in was an old house. The heater was old, everything was old, so it was consuming more energy than we expected. But where we are is relatively new, not like a brand new house, but it's still a modern house. So you can imagine that the walls are well insulated. We don't have to use so much energy on heating the house. The heater is the type that retains it. Even after you turn it off, it retains it for longer hours. So if that is the reason why you want to change your accommodation, why not? If you were living in an old house that there is no double glazing, you have to heat up the house every time 247, you cannot even switch off your heater for 5 minutes, everywhere is already cold, you might want to consider those reasons. Or if the APC rating is very, very bad, is less than C, you might want to consider those reasons as valid reasons to actually change your accommodation, because that way you are cutting costs in a very, very significant manner. It may look very, very little or insignificant, but trust me, accumulation of these things at the end of the day will turn to a significant way of cutting costs. Another thing I did that was really, really helpful for me was I buy out of season a lot. You guys, I am not a trendy person. I don't go with the trend. I don't do what is raining. I don't. So I buy out of the season. So when I was pregnant, I was saving money from my salary, because I was getting my full salary, and my workplace, they were kind enough. I was doing mostly nights, so I was getting enhancements. I had good money, reasonably good money. It's not like I was rich. For somebody would think that I'm rich. I'm not. Oh, we are all hustling. So not yet, Sha. The wealth has not come, but it's coming. So back to what I was saying. So I was getting enhancements, I was getting good money, so I bought everything for my baby out of season. So I targeted the periods when sales were on. All the clothes my baby was using was Next. I bought from Next. I bought from Mother Care, that is in Boots, and I bought from H&M, and everything was out of season. And even till now, for my toddler, I buy clothes out of season for him. For myself, I buy clothes out of season. I target when clothes are on sales, because the truth is, when clothes are on sale, it's not like the clothes are bad, it's not like they are terrible. They are just, maybe they've been in the store for a long time, and who cares? Like, I don't even care. By the time I combine everything and I dress up and I look good and I'm comfortable in myself, that is what matters to me. So you can buy out of season, shop out of season. Don't wait until this is what is raining, this is what is trendy, you have to jump on the trend. If you cannot afford it, don't kill yourself over it. If it is Primark that you can afford, buy from Primark. There is nothing wrong. It's just that your personal decision is what matters most, okay? So buy out of season. Target when all those things are on sale, when they are on half price. It is very, 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 very good quality, regardless of whether full price or sale. It is still good quality. So target those periods to do your shopping, okay? Even if you're not pregnant and you're watching this video and you're thinking of how can I cut costs, do like buy out of season, which will lead me to my next point: buy in bulk. And this will be mostly for foodstuffs. So it's actually wiser and it's cheaper if you're able to get a mini freezer in your house and you buy in bulk. Let me give you an example. In the African store where we shop, a carton of turkey is like, I think, £50. I can't remember clearly, but it's about £50. Let me just give you an example. And they have like, I think 12 kilograms of, no, they have like 10 kilograms of turkey in a carton. This is just like a rough example. And if you're buying 1 kg, you're not buying a carton, you're not buying half carton. But if you want to buy 1 kg, 1 kg is like £6.50. Multiply £6.50 times 12 times 10. That is how much? That is £65 minus the £50 if you were buying a carton. That is an extra £15. So imagine if you bought in bulk and you can just keep it in your freezer. It won't spoil. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is going to happen to the meat. The meat does not go bad because you have 24/7 electricity supply. So you can actually target buying in bulk. Buy your things in bulk. Buy yam in bulk. Cut it into chunks. Keep it in Ziploc bag and put it in your freezer. Cut it into different shapes. If you want to use it for porridge, if you want to use it for, just yam slice, if you want to use it for pounded yam, whatever you want to use it for. Buy your plantain in bulk, cut it into chunks, keep it in Ziploc bag, put it in your freezer. It will last for as long as you want it to. Okay, when you are ready, you bring it out and you cook. So it's better that you buy things in bulk. If you are going to the store every 3 days or every 4 days to actually shop, you are going to be wasting a lot of money, because the truth is, if you have not noticed, if you go to Asda today to buy something and you go again next week, that thing has added extra £1. I'm telling you. So you want to factor in all of that. Buy in bulk. Okay, that's another way you can manage and cut costs if you're living in the UK with this rising cost of living. Another thing I would say is use affordable stores with good quality products. How do I mean? Shop from Aldi, shop from Asda, shop from Lidl. Good quality product. Their products are not bad. They are good quality. I shop from those places. I've done a comparison between Tesco and Lidl, and guys, the difference is clear. The difference is clear. I don't even go to Tesco because the difference is just clear. The difference is clear. So shop at affordable stores. Shop in affordable stores that have good quality stuffs at an affordable price. It is just better and wiser that way. Okay, next thing I'm going to say is eat homemade food. Try your best possible to be cooking in your house and eating the food. Eat homemade food, because if you say you want to go out to eat, you guys, it's expensive. Eating out is expensive. Am I saying you should not splurge on yourself, or you should not take yourself out on a treat? Why not? Why not? Spoil yourself, but don't make it a constant thing. Don't make it like, try to cook in bulk and get food ready. If you're going to work, take your lunch with you. You don't have to buy food in the hospital or at your workplace. You may not even be able to enjoy the food properly compared to if you made it yourself. Okay, eat homemade food. Make your food yourself. Once in a while, take yourself out on a treat, enjoy, but don't make it a constant routine. Cook your food in the house. With £10, you can cook something worthy that you will eat and you'll be satisfied, but you cannot use it to buy something worthy outside that will satisfy you. Okay, but go out, you buy plantain of £3, you buy egg of £4, you buy tomatoes and pepper, and you cook. You are full, you are happy, you're able to drink. You can even still squeeze £1 and still buy carton juice from Aldi or Lidl, and you are full. But if you want to buy that as outside, you can imagine you'll be spending way more, like £15 or more, to even buy outside to eat and enjoy. So eat homemade food and enjoy. This video will not be complete if I'm not open to you. You guys, save money in advance. Save money in advance. From the moment I knew I was going to have my baby and I knew I was pregnant, I opened a mini vault. I think Revolut call it vault now. Yeah, they call it vault. I opened a mini vault and I just, tagged it babies spending. And I opened another mini vault and I tagged it as miscellaneous spending. The money does not have to be much, but you can just do a weekly debit of maybe every week. Just be taking out £20 without my permission, without my knowledge. You don't have to just activate it, set it up and keep it there. So £20 every week. So if you do that from the start of your pregnancy up to the time you have your baby, that's 52 weeks multiplied by £20. That's like £20 times 52 weeks, £20 times 52 weeks in 2 different areas. This is just an example. You can increase it depending on how much you can afford, but save ahead of time. I understand that delivery is free of charge, child birth is free of charge in the UK, but there are some things that you will need money for that you may not envisage. when you have your baby. I'm telling you from experience. So save in advance. There is no money that you save in this country that is a waste of savings. You will always need money for one reason or the other. So save in advance. Do pick up the extra shift that you can pick up while you are pregnant, that your health can permit you, and get it cracking, and be using the money from that extra shift to, keep for your future use. Save the money for your future use, because it will always, 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 always come handy. So save in advance. I'm going to tell you that, like from experience, save in advance, and it's going to help you through the first 6 months on a minimum of your pregnant, of your what's it called, of your motherhood, of your motherhood journey. It's going to come true for you in the first 6 months of your motherhood journey. Okay, yeah, save in advance is very, very important, because by the time you combine your savings with your statutory maternity pay and the amount your husband is bringing home, somewhere within all of those, combined together, you guys will survive. You will survive. Yeah, so you might want to cut down on all the black tax you've invested and committed yourself to for that period, and just focus on you. There is no crime in focusing on you. Cut down on the black tax, cut down on any excess spending that is not necessary, for the time being. Cut down on it and just focus on you, that this is the period for me, my family, myself, my children. They are the ones I am mostly, number one, committed to. Okay, people are going to ask you, I'm sorry, it's not the best time. You cannot just come true for everybody every time. So that time is not the best time for you to come true for them. They may not understand, but you are your priority and your family is your priority. Okay, yeah, so save in advance. All right, get committed into saving in advance is very important. Finally, I'm going to say that if it is possible, I don't know what your circumstance is, I don't know what your situation is, but if it is possible, let your partner pick up another job. So let's say that you're having your first baby. You don't have a toddler that you're caring for. You don't have a toddler that is taking your attention, because in UK, school does not start until 4. So let's say you want to register your toddler in nursery. You need extra income to, cover for that, because nursery is expensive. So you might, want your partner to take up another job, which is one of the things that you have to talk about from the moment you realize that you are pregnant. So you want to talk about it. Would we need like another job? You need to take up another job. So your partner may need to take up another job for the time being. Okay, and if they are not able to, because of childcare issues, or you are not able to bring grandma in and you need your partner's help full time, they may not be able to take up another job. You just manage within yourself and just see how it goes. Okay, so that's everything I want to talk about in this video. How I've been able to survive and how I'm still surviving. Okay, I hope you find this video helpful. I hope it has answered your question. If you have more questions, let me know in the comments and I will address them and answer them. If there is none, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hey Joe, please like, share and subscribe. Please, it will mean a lot to me. It will mean a lot to me. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you in my next video. Till then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.